Okay, guys. In a previous video, we have discussed about the agro-based industries. In those industries, we have discussed about cotton textile, jute textile, silk textile, woolen textile, synthetic textile, sugar industries, and the paper industries. Now let me discuss about another category of the industries, that is the industries based on minerals. Industries based on minerals. Those industries wherein the minerals are used as a raw material are known as a mineral based industries. See, whenever a question asked to you regarding the mineral based industries or any industries, suppose there is a question regarding the iron and steel industry, so first and the foremost introductory line you will mention in your answer, that is those industries wherein the mineral are used as a raw material called as a mineral based industries. And iron and steel, now your answer will start like this: iron and steel industry is the mineral based industry. Then you will give the detail in the answer. So your introduction, whenever if you are writing an answer of the any question of the world, listen carefully. Whenever if you are writing an answer of the any question of the world, then your answer must be in the three components. Your answer should compose three components. Components number one, that is the introduction. Number two, that is the content and the body part, that what exactly you wanted to tell about the answer. And number three, that is the most important part, and so many students are not writing it, and that is the conclusion. So first, when you start writing your answer, you should give a bit detail, that is the introduction. Okay, see here, for example, as I have told you that as we are writing about iron and steel industry, so you have given a little bit further information or the pre-information regarding the iron and steel industry. That iron and steel industry is belong to the mineral-based industry. So that will be the introduction part. You have introduced your topic. Later, next, that is the body content. Whatever answer you wanted to give, whatever the things, points you wanted to give, then you will write into the body part. And in SS especially, in the social science especially, your answer should be in the points. You will write your answer point wise. You have to mention the points, and each and every point should have some validity. Don't bluff. Keep in mind. Keep in mind that don't bluff. Okay. Don't bluff. Then the last part is the conclusion. Conclusion means this is why these industries are mineral based industries, and the country's economy is depend on this industry, and so on. Conclusion, that is the upsahar, you are concluding the topic or the answer. So these are the three component of writing any answer, whether it's answer of 2 marks, whether it's 3 marks, it's a 4 marks, 5 marks, or in the college if you have an answer of 20 marks or 10 marks, you will follow this procedure. Okay, let's we start now. Let's start iron and steel industries. Iron and steel industry is the axis of modern industrial and economical development. So this is one of the most important industry in the development of a country. Okay, so it's axis. Axis is the central point. Axis is the central point. So iron and steel industry is the axis of the economic development of a country. It is considered to be the basic industry. See, these are the 1 mark questions. These questions can be asked in a 1 mark, that give an example of the basic industries. So the iron and steel industry is called as a basic industries. Why? Because the constructions work, the machineries, the tools, equipments, and the anything or any material, any commodity you assume made up of either steel, either iron. Even you can take an example of the any construction. Iron and steel is much more important and needed. That is why this industry is called as a base industry. This industry produce the raw material for the other industry. In simple, you can say, suppose, let me take an example with the Usman Shetwala. Okay, suppose Usman Shetwala is producing a car needs some iron parts and some the parts of the steel, iron part and a part of steel. Okay, so the producer of the car, Usman Shetwala, will demand the iron and steel from the basic industry, that is the iron and steel industry. So that is why the iron and steel industry is called as a basic industry, because the iron and steel industry produce the raw material for the other industries. There are other so many industries which are called as a basic industry, which are producing the raw material for the other industries. Okay, let's we move further. Machineries and other constructions are produced from the productions. This can also consider as a key industry. So the iron and steel industry is called as a key industry. Here we come across with the three different words regarding iron and steel industry. Number one, that is the iron and steel industry is the axis industry for the economical development. Number two, iron and steel industry is the basic industry, and iron and steel industry is called as a key industries. The process of making iron is very old in India. The iron was imported from India to make the swords in the Damascus. The first factory in India to produce iron was established at the Protonova in Tamil Nadu. This is also one of the question for the 1 mark, that the Protonova is an area, Protonova is a city of the Tamil Nadu where the first iron, iron production company was established. Duka Marjana, I will ask you. Please wait for a while. I will ask the question. Remove your hand. But it was closed due to some reason, and successful production of iron was made at Kulti. In 1907, the factory established at Jamshedpur started producing iron steel on a very large scale. So the Protonova company and the industry failed or closed, then successfully attempt had been made into the Kulti. Then after in the year of 1907, in the Jamshedpur, in the Jamshedpur, Tata Iron and Steel Company established, and which were producing a large amount, or you can say at the large scale. The iron and steel was produced at the large scale. Factories were established at Baranpur in West Bengal and Bhadravati in the Karnataka. Iron and steel factories were also established in a Bhilai, Rourkela, and Durgapur. See the Bhilai, Rourkela and Durgapur. These areas are near the Chhattisgarh. Okay, and very backward area. So here the government had a setup. Government, it is not mentioned in your book, but this is the extra knowledge for you. This industrial sector was set up by the government. Government had initiated the establishment of iron and steel industry. Other large-scale factories were founded at Bokaro, Visakhapatnam, and Salem. Iron ore, coal, limestone, and magnesium are used as a raw material for the producing iron steel. Basically, once you exert the raw material of iron, that is called as a iron ore. That is called as a iron ore. Iron ore can be obtained directly from the land as you exert, as you excavate, and you collect. That is the iron ore. It need purification. If you will purify them, if you will purify them, then you will get, that is called as a pig iron. Pig iron. And pig iron should the exertion of the pig iron is a long process. In that in the science you might have heard or you might have studied that how to obtain the iron from the iron ore to the pig iron. Okay, I think it's in the ninth standard. In the ninth standard also we have studied that there are four types of iron found in India. Four types of iron. That is the hematite, magnetite, saturite, and dolomite. I think we have studied. No, we haven't because it's in the chapter number 12. Yeah. But just for your kind information, this is how from the iron ore, pig iron produced, and out of the pig iron, from the pig iron to make it steel, you need coal, limestone, and manganese. If you mix them, process them, you will get the steel. A mini steel plant has been found near the Hazira in Gujarat. The administration of all iron steel factories except the Tata is handed over to the Steel Authority of India Limited. That is called as a SAIL. SAIL is a government organization, and this government organization is controlling. As I told you, the initiation has been started by the government has started producing the iron and steel. Okay, so the other area other than the Tata Iron and Steel, because Tata Iron and Steel is completely autonomous and the private organization, private industry, who is producing a large scale iron and steel in the Jamshedpur. And you might have heard about the Tata, Ratan Tata, Jamshedpur, Jamshedji Tata, the Tata family. Okay, so it's a sale, that is Steel Authority of India Limited. India ranked fifth in the world in the iron and steel production. So this is also one of the important information that India secured the fifth rank in the production of iron and steel. Next, that is the aluminium refining industry. After iron and steel industry, aluminium refining is another important industry. The second, you can say the second important industry is the aluminium refining industry, because aluminium is durable, strong, lightweight, and rust free. Aluminium is lightweight, strong, durable, and rust free. This mineral is light in a weight, strong, malleable, smooth conductor of the electricity, and the rust proof. Bauxite is the aluminium ore. Basically, a lax box was an area. A lax box is an area of the France, and first the bauxite was found from there in the France lax box area. Okay, and the people came to know about aluminium, and the bauxite is one of the mineral, a metal which is the ore of aluminium. So from the bauxite we produce aluminium. It require it require more electricity is being used to produce the aluminium. Other minerals are mixed with the aluminium, which is useful in making the car, railways, aeroplane, and the other machines. About 40 to 50% of the expense is incurred in the electricity. So this industry is founded where the hydroelectrical and bauxite are available easily. So you can say this industry is completely raw material oriented industry. Where the raw material is easily available, there you found such type of the industries. As similar to the sugar industry is also the raw material oriented industry. Same. Similar manner, the aluminum refining industry is also one of the raw material oriented industries which can be found where the bauxite, that is the aluminum ore, bauxite is available easily, or the process of making aluminum require more amount of the electricity. So you can see that such type of the factory established near the hydroelectrical power plant where electricity is easily available and constant availability of the electricity should be there. Factories producing wait for a while.